Welcome to the Invited Back podcast. I'm Sabbath Kapahu, and I'm so thankful that you have joined me in this space today, wherever it is that you are joining me from, and however it is that you have given me a little bit of your time and space, whether that is listening as you drive or wash dishes or hang out with your kids, or you're watching this somewhere in the world on YouTube. It's the last day of September. We are in the starting blocks of Q4, and I couldn't be more excited about the things that happened as we wrapped up September and Q3 and what is coming up in Q4. And I wanted to invite you along the journey. As I mentioned last month, that is what year 3 of Invited Back is all about. It is about the journey together. I don't know what it's going to look like this third year of business, but I know that one day at a time, as we set our intentions, as we're specific about our goals, what do you want? How will they know? And we surround ourselves with people that can help us and strengthen us in our weaknesses and that can move us along when we might be at a standstill. September was an incredible month. I got a chance to travel from Hilo, Hawaii to San Antonio, Texas. Y'all, my first time in Texas, and it was incredible. I was there for Women's Assembly year 2. We had an amazing lineup of speakers. We had over 450 women gather from across the country and one international country to own it all, to be encouraged and inspired, to lead in our homes, in our businesses, and across our lives by taking responsibility for our emotions, our responses, our feelings, and the way that we are relating our relationships. It was just such a gift. And if I got to see you there and you're listening now, I am so thankful I got to give you a hug in person. I got to meet my nutrition coach. Actually, I met her last year. That is why I say be careful who you do burpees beside, because that changed my life. I did burpees and met Ann Montgomery for the first time at Women's Assembly 001. And since then, she's become my nutrition coach through First in Nutrition. And she was leading the whole group alongside some other amazing women for morning PT at Women's Assembly. Got to give her a hug in person. My dear friend, LaTanya Sumter, stunned the crowd again. I was going to say blew the roof off, but really it was like we were hanging on every word, and I made some incredible new friends through the speakers there. So I'm excited to see how this next year of preparation plays out and Women's Assembly 003 comes to fruition next September. I also talked about this month of September being one of remembering. And this past weekend, I had a chance to very intentionally and specifically sit in a space of the theology of remembering. And let me share some thoughts with you from that. I've been on a journey of working through my memories, revisiting them to pull out the truth and reshape the response. I should have done something. I tap my shoulders until my counselor tells me to take a deep breath. And then he asks me, "What did you notice?" I am reshaping some core memories in my body so that they carry low or no emotional hold. The journey of remembering connects us with our past, and it carves a pathway through our current reality in ways that we are often unaware of until we pause. We pause to realize that our memories are shaping our reactions, our responses, our hopes, our dreams, and our day-to-day habits. And in doing so, they are shaping our future and the future of those we journey with. And if I am not aware of the way I remember impacting the way I live in my reality, I risk an unaware life on autopilot. I lost my brother to suicide. 6 months ago. And as some of you might know, in the US, September is Suicide Prevention Month, and that is hit differently this year. In that Monday morning moment when I got the news, my mind, my body, my heart was forced into a world that I had spent the last 20 years purposely detaching from. All of the thoughts about what I should have done, what I could have done, what I wanted so desperately for him to know flooded, and the entirety of my reality in that one moment. Over the last 6 months, in the heartbreaking moments when I remember my big brother, over and over again, I've been met with an opportunity for groundbreaking experience in the midst of that pain. From the business of death to the reality of life and all of the details in between, my capacity for doing hard things has expanded, even in the immensity of the loss. As we buried his ashes in the ground, we simultaneously saw seeds of relational promise take root. And this is what remembering does for those of us who remain. Remembering sows seeds for the future. Remembering deepens roots. With every tear and gut check, heartache, doubt, fear, regret, joy, and that piercing pain, we have the responsibility to place the seeds of remembering into the soil of healing and hope, the deep kind of soil that welcomes all parts of the truth that get exposed along the journey. Remembering calls us to action. Sometimes it's as internal as it gets, that forgiveness received or extended, that reshaping of the core memories, that conversation that has never seen the light. And other times, remembering forces us into a physical, obedient movement toward the people and the things to which we have been summoned. It's an obedience to the call that remains, the reason we still have breath. And that is what I want to talk about as we begin Q4. What are we going to get intentional about as we move in to Q4 today? This is where our daily habits make all the difference. When how we start our mornings matter. And newsflash, that means how we end the night before. And who we choose to surround ourselves with, that changes everything. Sometimes believing the truth takes hard work, discipline, and hope. It takes working towards a goal that we can't see yet, a goal that someone else sets for us or can see for us, rather, and can push us towards with love and can speak into when we're at a loss for words. Yeah, there will be mornings in the next 3 months as we round this last lap of 2024. There will be mornings when we would rather lay in bed and scroll through the lives of others outside of our four walls than attend to the humans within them, and let alone take care of ourselves. Attending to the humans in the walls of our homes is one of the hardest and most holy things that we can do as wives, as mothers, as siblings, as daughters, as sons, as family members. So I ask you on this last day of September, or whenever it is that you get to listen to this, what do you want? And when will they know? You want to wake up 10 minutes earlier? When will your family see you go to bed 10 minutes earlier the night before? You want to have more midday energy? When will your coworkers notice an increase in your hydration? Do you want to draw nearer to people in your life or to the Lord? When will we put down our phones and have a conversation with them, or be still enough to invite them into a chat and actually listen? These are small, specific, intentional choices that change the outcome of our days. And they begin with what we think about ourselves and what we believe is possible with the time that we have left. So let us reimagine the possibilities. Let us reinvent the things that we believe about ourselves and others and our ability and their ability to actually change. And let us re-invite each other into the journeys, because we rarely are called alone. We rarely remember alone, and we rarely achieve our goals alone. So let us reimagine, reinvent, and reinvite together as we press on forward into Q4 and this last lap around 2024. I am cheering for you. I am here for you. Reach out if I can support you anywhere that you are spending time on social media at Sabbath Kapahu or at Invited Back. Aloha until next time.